Good morning, everyone, from Ediso Piemonte, the regional agency for the right to study in Piemonte. In the last few days, the new call for competition for academic year 2026-2027 has been published, and you can find it on the website of Ediso Piemonte. The call for application is for students who are enrolled or will be enrolled in a university degree or in a higher education institution for arts and music or a school for linguistic mediation in Piemonte for the next academic year. The call is already open and you can submit your application until 4th of September at noon Italian time. Here with me there is staff of Ediso Piemonte and they will explain you feature of the call and they will answer to some of the most common questions received by students. But first, we have an institutional moment since they want to welcome you and explain you something about the right to study in Piemonte. So let me introduce you Daniela Cameroni, Regional Consular of Regione Piemonte for the right to study, and the President of Ediso Piemonte, Roberta Piano. Let's see their videos and then we'll be back.
Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to welcome you to the launch of the new Ediso call for student support. In a few moments, President Roberta Piano will explain how to apply and all the key details. I'd like to spend a moment talking about what this program really means for us. This is more than financial support. It's a commitment to your future. It reflects our belief that every student should have the opportunity to succeed, regardless of their financial background. We believe that investing in education is the best investment we can make for our future. That is why we continue to strengthen our support for the right to study and to work alongside Ediso to help students achieve their goals. Our ambition goes beyond university. We want those who choose Piemonte to study to see it as a place where they can also live, work, and build their future. So my message is simple. Make the most of this opportunity. Study hard, stay curious, be ambitious, and believe in your potential. We will continue to invest in you because your future is also the future of our region. Thank you, and I wish you every success in your study.
Dear students, welcome to this presentation on the new call for application for scholarship and students accommodation for the 2026-2027 academic year. For your application, you can use the reserved area of the Ediso Piemonte website. Deadline is 12 p.m. on 4 September 2026. Soon, colleagues from our office will provide you all the information you need to take part in the call. But before, I would like to focus on what this call really represents. The right to education is one of the most important tools we have to ensure equal opportunities and to enable every student to build their future, no matter what their financial background is. It is a commitment that Ediso Piemonte, together with Regione Piemonte, applauds every day. The results speak for themselves. Last year, the number of scholarship recipients increased by 10%, while students' canteens attended grew by 13%. The 2026-2027 call for application confirms the main forms of support already available in previous years, including housing deduction, discounted meals at university canteens, incentives for international mobility, and specific provisions for students enrolled in the qualified semester for degrees in medicine, dentistry, and veterinary medicine. The new call also introduced improvements that expand the opportunities available for students. Scholarships amount have been adjusted in line with the ISTAT index with a 1.4% increase for full-time students. Part-time students will now have the opportunity to extend their scholarship eligibility by an additional semester beyond the standard duration of their program. New rules have also been introduced for international students regarding the submission of the required documentation, and access to benefits has been simplified for students coming from countries affected by conflicts. In addition, the call now introduces specific measures for students with a certified disability of 46% or higher who are registered under Italy's targeted employment scheme. We are also continuing to increase our student accommodation service. Thanks to investment under the National Recovery and Resilience Plan, around 500 additional beds will become available, bringing the total number to more than 3,100. As you can see, Edisu Piemonte remains committed to provide services that respond to the needs of the students who rely on our institution. This is possible thanks to the continued support of Regione Piemonte, which keeps investing in the right to education so that all capable and deserving students, regardless of their financial means, can pursue the high levels of education, as guaranteed by the Italian Constitution. In Piemonte, we not only support the university education of lots of students every year, but also offers them an environment rich in opportunities to help them build their future. To all of you, I would like to extend my best wishes for your academic journey. I hope that we'll find in Edisu Piemonte a trusted partner which can support you in this important year of study, personal growth, and learning. Thank you for your attention and enjoy the presentation.
Okay, we are back and we are ready to find the main feature of the call for competition of this new academic year. Here with me there is Laura Giastignani. She works for scholarships and other services in Edisu Piemonte. And can you give me a brief presentation of the call for competition?
Yes, sure. Welcome, everybody. Scholarship and accommodation service are awarded through a public competition. This public competition is regulated by the Italian and regional laws. You must apply within 4 September at noon, as already said. It is very important to apply even if you are not enrolled yet. Even if a student is not sure at what course he or she wants to enroll, she must apply within the deadlines, and then can change the course if put in the application within the complaints procedures. For first year students, the scholarship is assigned only on the basis of economic requirements, which my colleague Elena will talk about afterwards. And but the student to receive the second installment must succeed in having 20 credits within 10 August 2027. It's very important because otherwise you cannot receive the second installment, and if you do not have these 20 credits within 30 November 2027, you have also to give back the first installment that you already received. Just some quick information about the application. As a university, as an international student without speed on CIE, that are Italian way to accede at procedures, you must apply with a temporary code. This temporary code must be asked in application procedure. And after finishing the application, you must print, sign, and upload the form and your passport as well. It's very important because if you do not sign the application or if you do not upload the passport, you are excluded and you cannot ask for the scholarship anymore. So it's very important to verify that everything is done in a correct way. After transmitting, you receive a receipt that assure you that you have transmitted the application. And then you check if the application has been done in a correct way. All the information about the application, the scholarship, the rules can be found in the notice of competition. That is there is also an English version of this application, so you can find all the information in this notice of competition. The application can also be applied in English, but you have to press of the Union Jack flag before entering the application. Please do not use other ways of translation because they can give information not correct, but apply in the English version in this way. Other information are on the website. If you have if you want to ask us something, you can open a ticket. There are FAQ answers, very deeply organized, and in about all the contents of the application, of the notice of competition. If you do not meet the required answer, you can open a ticket.
Thank you, Laura. And we have
sorry, just one more thing. We also have a phone help called the help desk, phone help desk, that can help you if you find some problem in applying. Only in applying. This phone help cannot give you information about the notice of competition. Sorry, it was important, I think.
Thank you, Laura. And here with us, there is also Elena Florio. She's the reference for international students and economic requirement of EDISU Piemonte. So can you tell us something about your service?
Yes. Good morning, everybody. If you are a student with a residence in Italy, you must submit the ISEE Universitario. If you are, although if you are an international student with family both in Italy and abroad, you must have the ISEE Ordinario for the part of the Italy who lives in Italy, and the consular documents for the part of the family abroad. If you are an international student with the family entirely abroad, you must have the consular documents, and I will explain for the documents later. The limits not to be exceeded of ISEE and ISPE for this year are 26,306.25, and for the ISPE value 57,187.53.
Thank you, Elena. And another important service of EDISU Piemonte is accommodation services. So Pierpaolo Don Giovanni, can you tell us something about it?
Yes. Good morning, everybody. We have more than 30 residents in Piemonte, which means much more than 2,000 sleeping accommodation in Piemonte. And please, it's very important when you make your list of residents of your preference that you check the this website, because you can find there for each residence we have all the services inside that residence, so you can make the perfect choice for you according to your need.
Thank you, Pierpaolo. And now it's time for some questions that are the most common questions we receive from students. I remember you can find these questions also on the social media of Edisu Piemonte. And for more personal questions, you can use the ticketing service, and you can find all the references on the website. So let's start with some questions. Laura, a student who is not yet sure or where or when to enroll can apply to the scholarship?
Yes, as already said, it's very important to apply within the deadlines that I remind you that it's 4 September at noon. You must transmit the application, so do not only fill or complete it, but transmit the application within noon of the 4th of September, and receive the first receipt. Because even if you have started, but the procedure will close automatically, and so nobody can do anything afterwards. And so, even if you are not sure what course or university you are about to enroll, you must apply, filling with the university or course you prefer, you think you are about to enroll, and then you can change in the complaint procedures.
Thank you. And the student who has not received yet a visa D can apply?
Yes, the students can apply, and while applying, he has to check a option where saying that he has not received a visa D. It will enclose it in a procedure afterward within the deadlines of the notice for competition. And she will find a procedure afterwards. All the information are in the notice competition, Article 31, and there are also the deadlines within he has to enclose the visa.
A student who doesn't know whether to apply to scholarships only or scholarships and accommodation service, which option is better to choose?
If you are not sure if you want to be hosted in this residence or want to rent a flat, you can apply for scholarship accommodation, but you have to decide within the 16th of September the deadline for complaints, because within these deadlines you must decide if you want to stay in these residences or not, and you can renounce to the residence without being having your scholarship amount reduced from non-resident to commuter. So it's very important to read it carefully.
Thank you, Laura. Now some questions about economic documents. Elena, what is ISEE Universitario, who can apply for it?
This EDIS Universitario is a document that can be requested only by students whose family is entirely or partially resident in Italy. The document must be made in a CAF and must contain the incomes and assets owned by the whole family and refers to the fiscal tax year 2024. If you are an international student with the family partially resident in Italy and partially abroad, you must produce the ISEE Ordinario, and then you have to submit a consular document attesting testing the economic and financial capacity of the family. Everything is described at Article 30, paragraph 3, and in the annexes E and F of the Notice of Competition.
Thank you. So you spoke of consular documents. Which consular documents are required and who has to submit consular documents?
Okay, consular documents that are required are the family composition, the total gross annual income produced abroad by each adult member of the family. If a member do not have an income, it has to produce the lack of income. The existence of movable assets of all the adult member of the family, and the existence or lack of real estate owned by all the adult member of the house, hold house. The consular documents must be translated into Italian and then legalized as is required by the Italian law. For European students, documents must be uploaded during the application of the request of scholarship. Instead, for international students, non-European, documents must be sent by courier or registered mail.
Thank you, Elena. And some question about accommodation. First of all, how can a student know if the acceptance or declaration of interest has been filled correctly?
Your acceptance form and or expression of interest is considered correctly completed and submitted only if you receive a confirmation email with a PDF copy of the completed form attached. You can also verify this by logging into your personal EDISU online desk account and checking the receipt section.
Thank you. And if someone has logged in within the deadlines but failed to submit the application, is considered withdrawn, or is there any hope for to be placed in some list?
Well, failure to submit the online acceptance or expression of interest is considered by the deadline is formally considered as a refusal of the housing services. You will be assessed as a commuter student for scholarship purposes. And however, upon your specific request, you may be placed at the bottom of the waiting list, and you could be assigned a sleeping accommodation later in the academic year if sleeping accommodation become available.
Thank you. And how can a student who accepts the accommodation know where to go and when?
After accepting the sleeping accommodation, you will receive an email from no reply at edisupiemonte.it containing all the details of your assignment. The email will specify the residence you have been assigned to, and as well as the dates by which you must arrive and in person and complete the check-in.
Thank you. Laura, I'm back to you. And now I want to know by when credits must be earned to be considered valid for application?
Okay, to apply as a successive year, you must earn the credits within 10 August 2026, and you can find the number of credits you are required to earn according to your course, because it's different on different courses, on the annex A2.
Thank you. And if a student does not reach the credit required in time, can he or she use bonus credits?
Yes, there is a there are bonus that are different from different years. If you need bonus for the second years, you have 5 bonus at your disposal. If you do not use this 5 bonus, you earn 12 bonus at all for the third year, and if you do not use this 12 bonus, you earn 15 bonus for the last semester. But if you use your bonus for the second year, so if you use a part or all the 5 bonus you are at your disposal, you do not have additional bonus for all your career. Bachelor and master degree career. You do not earn other bonuses, and so you can. All the information are on the notice of competition. I see that is a bit complicated. As far as international students are concerned, if I apply only for master degree, they can start with 15 bonus if they do not add a bachelor degree in Italy.
Thank you, Laura. Now some questions for Elena. If a student lives alone, can he or she be considered an independent student?
You can be considered an independent student if and only if you meet both the two requirements. The first one is a gross annual income of 9,000 euros for each year, and the years must be 2024 and 2025. And the residence other than the one of your family in an apartment not owned by your parents. If you're married, the reaching of the minimum of the gross income can be added to your personal gross income to reach the 9,000 euros request by the notice of competition. In all cases, even if you are not resident with your family, you must be considered part or your parents is it.
Thank you. And how can a student submit the consular documents to EDISU?
Okay, it is important to distinguish that European students must attach the request consular documents by applying for the scholarship. The non-European students must submit the document by sending them by registered mail or courier with the proof of delivery. The shipping address is written in the notice of competition at the article 31, paragraph 1.3, and the documents must be translated into Italian and legalized according to the Italian law. The tax year is different if you are an international European student or an non-European student. If you are an European student, the documentation must refer to the 2024 tax year. If you are non-European student, your documentation must refer to the 2025 tax year. The exchange rate that EDISU use is that is defined by the Bank of Italy at the 31st at December 31st of each year of reference.
Thank you. And a student who has already received a scholarship in previous year, can use the same economic documents, or does he has to present a new document?
If you were winner of an EDISU scholarship or you have request the canteen service with the positive evaluation of your consular documents, you can confirm the economic data. For those who are enrolled in a degree, documents can be confirmed for 2 years after the first submitted delivery, plus an additional semester. If you are enrolled in a master degree, you can confirm documents for 1 more year, plus an additional semester, that is the 5th semester.
Thank you, Elena. And now some question about accommodation. Pierpaolo, can a student assigned to a residence move to another facility during the academic year?
Yes, transfers are between EDISU's residences are allowed through the academic year. However, requests can only be submitted during specific periods known as mobility windows, and the exact dates and the procedure for submitting your requests through the EDISU online desk will be published on the EDISU website from October 1st, 2026. Sorry.
Thank you. And is it possible to choose the type of room you will stay in?
No, because room assignment are not based on personal preferences. They are made according to the student's academic seniority and position in the ranking list, subject to the room availability. If single rooms become available during the academic year, they will first be offered to students already living in the residence, following the same criteria of academic seniority and the ranking position.
Thank you. And what happens if a student give up his accommodation after having already checked in?
Students who check in into a residence and later decide to give up the sleeping accommodation must reimburse the value of the accommodation service calculated at 8.18 per day. In addition, for scholarship purposes, they will be reclassified as commuter students.
Thank you. And now some questions for Laura. The last one. If a student is or has been transferring or has withdrawn from his degree, which year should he indicate when he filled the scholarship application?
This is a very important question because it's very important for the student to understand that if they transfer from a course to another, from a university to another, they will be considered as a student as far as a scholarship is concerned. The year considered is the one of enrollment, and this is very important to understand this because considering the year in which the student enroll in a new course as the new year of enrollment can make the student lose the scholarship for all his academic years, for all the bachelor degree or all the master degree. So before transferring, open a ticket, ask us which can be the consequences of this transfer, because if you contact us afterwards, after your transfer, we can do anything at all, and you can lose the scholarship that is very important for your academic life.
Thank you. And
if you withdraw, on the other hand, you can be considered as a new academic year, but international student cannot withdraw without having to go back to their country and asking for a new visa. So it's very important to understand these differences as the consequence of this decision. It's very, very, very important.
Thank you. And if a student enrolls in the second semester, must he or she still meet the same number of merit requirement than the first semester?
Yes, this is another very, very important question, because some students enroll in the second semester and then they lose the scholarship for the first year and for the year onward, because they cannot meet the requirements for the second installment, and as a consequence, the merit requirements for the second year. So if you are about to enroll in the second semester, please check if you can meet the requirements within the summer section within 10 August, but for every year is 10 August the term, 10 August 2026 or 10 August 2027 next year, because if you not, it's better if you can do not enroll and wait to enroll in September 2026. Next year, 2027, for the second semester 2026. It's very, very important.
Thank you. And in addition to the notice of competition, is there any other useful place where students can find information?
Yes, I already said there are other information can be found in a website. There is the list annex to A2 is very important, because you can find the credits you are required to meet according to your course. There are courses, different courses with the same name but different code. So please check the code of your course, because if it's old course has a code, if a new course has another code. It's very, very important. There is the NOPTI competition that is in English. There are other information, the instruction to fill the application, that is also in English, and you can also find all the information in FAQ section of the ticket or open a ticket. And for minor students, there is also the form to apply as a minor student, and where your parents has to sign and upload their documents.
Thank you. And if a student applies for the scholarship, do they also have to apply for food service separately?
No, as applying for a scholarship, you apply for scholarship and food service at the same time, or scholarship, accommodation, and food service. And if you meet the requirements for a scholarship, you can access to canteen and other ways of food service at €3 for a full meal, or less for other kind of. That is the first bracket.
Thank you, Laura. Last round of questions for Elena too. And I ask you, how is the consular documents evaluated?
Consular documents are checked uniformly and on the basis of standards which are included in the Annex F of the Notice of Competition. Income documents must be expressed in the local currency, and the DISU is converting in euros based on the exchange rate of the Bank of Italy as on December 21st, 2024 for European students, and December 21st, 2025 for non-European students.
And how can a student know whether the consular documents have been approved?
If you request for the accommodation service, you will see the outcome of the evaluation on your help desk during the publication of the provisional ranking list. If you know that there are discrepancy or documents need some integration, you have the possibility to submit new document by complaint deadline, that is September the 16th. If you are unable to submit the correct documents by the end of complaint deadline, you have time to submit documents within the scholarship complaint, that is November the 12th. If you only apply for scholarship, you have time until the 25 September to submit the document, and you will have the result of the evaluation in your desk in the provisionally scholarship ranking list, that is October 21st. If the evaluation is not compliant, you have time to submit new documents until November the 12th. If documents arrive after September 25, you will be excluded in the provisional ranking list, and you will see the evaluation of your documents only in the definitive ranking list on December the 16th. So if documents are not complete or need some integration, you will be definitively excluded from the scholarship, and you can apply only for the canteen service.
Okay, so let's talk about canteen service. Which consular documents are required for having a reduction in the fee?
Are the same. The documents required are the same for the scholarship, and if you submitted the correct documents this year, 2026, you can be able to apply for the scholarship next year by confirming the economic data.
Thank you, Elena. And finally, accommodation. What happens if, after requesting an extension for the arrival, the student does not move into the residence at the scheduled date?
A request to postpone your check-in is considered a formal acceptance of the accommodation service. If you fail to arrive at the residence by the end of the approved postponement period, you will be considered to have declined the accommodation and will be required to reimburse to EDISU for the value of the housing service, calculated at 18 euro per day till the end of the entire postponement period you requested.
And if a student is included in the single rolling ranking list, does that mean that he will have for sure a bed during the academic year?
No, being placed on the unified waiting list does not guarantee that you will receive accommodation during the academic year. Assignment from the waiting list depend entirely on whether place become available in the residence during the academic year.
What documentation must be presented at the check-in?
At the check-in, you must bring with you a valid identity document. For non-European student, only the passport is accepted. The residence permit, if you are a non-European student, or the receipt confirming your residence permit application, one passport size photograph, and the proof of registration with the Italian National Health Service or a valid private health insurance policy for non-European students.
Okay. And when does the residence bed allocation period begin and end?
The accommodation period depends on your enrollment year. For first year students and students enrolled in the subsequent years, accommodation is provided from October 6, 2026 to September 25, 2027. And for students enrolled in additional semester, the accommodation period runs from October 6, 2026 to March 31, 2027. Please also note that within this periods, almost all residents will close for the summer, I mean August. And if you need a sleeping accommodation in August, you have to apply through a online procedure, and we'll give you a sleeping accommodation for August by paying 18 euros per day.
Thank you. And this was the last question. I remember you the deadline of 4th of September at noon Italian time for applying the competition. And thank you for watching this video.